Hello and welcome to SatTV Week, the news programme for the global satellite industry. I'm Richard Hooper. In this week's issue, Tricia has news of the GSAT 15 and 16, and Emily has news of SES and Comcast. But first, Inmarsat-sponsored organisation Télécom Sans Frontières is continuing its critical battle to provide emergency phone and broadband services in the worst hit regions of the Philippines following the recent typhoon. Directly supporting the Philippines government, the United Nations and other aid agencies, TSF is deploying Inmarsat's mobile satellite services to connect medics and emergency first responders, as millions of Filipinos struggle to access medical help, food, water and shelter. Inmarsat confirmed to SatTV that since the disaster struck, the company has prioritised satellite traffic to and from the Philippines. Based at the company's Network Operations Centre in London, teams of satellite network controllers and Inmarsat engineers have been working 24 hours a day with TSF's French-based HQ and its teams on the ground in the Philippines to restore communications. TSF has confirmed that the Philippines Minister and Deputy Minister for Home Affairs and National Security have been personally provided with Inmarsat iSat phones to improve communications with their government colleagues located across the country and beyond. Additionally, TSF is directly helping the Philippines Department of Health to restore broadband internet access to the General Hospital in Tacloban. Hunter Communications has announced its entry into the Canadian satellite market and applauded the decision of Industry Canada to create a more level playing field for satellite services between foreign and Canadian satellite operators. Hunter Communications has entered the Canadian market and is selling satellite space segment on its hosted payload, first using the SatMex 5 satellite that will then be supplemented with additional capacity on SatMex 7 in approximately 2 years. The SatMex 5 satellite has been positioned to serve all of North America, but with an emphasis on northern Canada, where capacity has been very scarce and expensive. SatMex 7 will have an even more tailored coverage of northern Canada. O3B Networks has announced an agreement to provide high-speed, low-latency capacity to Somete. Headquartered in Somaliland, Somete is one of the leading telecommunications companies in Somalia, with over 500 employees providing a comprehensive range of mobile voice and data services, including 3G and the first 4G network to customers. Somete has contracted substantial O3B trunk capacity as it seeks to serve growing consumer and corporate demand in its core markets. Now here is Tricia with news on the delay of the next Ariane launch.
The Indian Space Research Organisation has chosen AirinSpace to launch its GSAT 15 and GSAT 16 telecommunications satellites. The two satellites will be launched by Ariane 5 launch vehicles at the Guyana Space Centre. The GSAT 15 and 16 satellites, designed, assembled and integrated by ISRO, will each weigh around 3,150 kilograms at launch. They will provide C and KU band telecommunication services, including VSAT transmissions, TV broadcasting and emergency communications. AirinSpace Chairman and CEO Stéphane Israël said, "We are very proud of being selected by the Indian Space Agency, and we are particularly honoured to continue this partnership that now reaches back over 30 years. SES has announced that AirinSpace has informed the company that the launch of the Astra 5B satellite will be delayed until January 2014. The reason is the non-availability of Astra's 5B's co-passenger satellite for the launch on board an Ariane 5 booster from the European spaceport, previously scheduled for December 6, 2013. The Astra 5B spacecraft, which arrived in Kourou on November 6, 2013, in order to be readied for launch, will now be put into safe storage until the launch preparations can resume."
And finally, here is Emily with news of SES and Comcast.
SES has announced that Comcast Wholesale has renewed and expanded key agreements for nearly 650 MHz of C-band capacity to deliver a broad range of content management and delivery solutions to media companies across North America. As part of the multi-year deal, Comcast Wholesale continues to utilise 16 transponders aboard the AMC-18 satellite and 1 transponder on the AMC-1 spacecraft, and has contracted 1 additional transponder on this craft. The capacity enables Comcast to provide cable programmers, multiple system operators and independent cable operators with access to linear and on-demand content distribution solutions, including Comcast Hits platform. The Comcast Media Center on-demand programming distribution will be transitioned from AMC-1 to the new SES-3 satellite in 2014.
That's all for this week. Thanks for watching.